Hi, this is Firestarter once again with a review of the SH Figuarts Kamen Rider Fourze MagnetStates. And we have your very thick box for Kamen Rider Fourze MagnetStates. And we have the figure here looking towards somewhere. And SH Figuarts Kamen Rider Fourze MagnetStates here. And we have pulsating rings just to let you know that that's what he does when he uses these magnets to fight the Zodiarts, and some of the names here that is embedded. Very nice detailing, especially on the lines here signifying the N&S switch, which is the red and blue line. And at the back, things that you want to know about Kamen Rider Fourze MagnetStates, we have the N&S switch or phones. And he also comes with a stand that has the N&S thing here, so you can also plug in the magnet here. And that's all the things that you want to need and want to know about Kamen Rider Fourze MagnetStates. But that's not over. We'll try to dissect him for you. Are you ready? Because I'm ready. Let's go. Let's start off with the Harukanov. It is the hot dog food droid that comes in two kinds. We have the robot mode and of course the food droid food mode. These two have a great mold, and you can even see the scoop in front of the said robot. As for the accessories, the number of hands has been doubled from 4 to 8. This includes holding hands, pointing, relax, and all that jazz. The N&S switch comes in 4 kinds. We have the clamp mode, as you reenact the first time Kamen Rider Fourze holds the N&S switch or the N&S phone. Second is for the phone mode, and with your imagination you can also create the time when Kamen Rider Fourze tries to release these two phones. Next is a separated pair in preparation for his transformation from Fourze base states to magnet states. And lastly, as he henshinizes from base states to Fourze magnet states, we have the 2 separated phones, and then it becomes a switch that you can plug in on the Fourze driver. Just be careful when you put the switch on Kamen Rider Fourze magnet states, because they are on a thin plastic that can either warp or bend or even break in half. We have 2 turrets for both N and S sides of Kamen Rider Fourze MagnetStates. Both have hinges at the end, so you can fold up those turrets up and down, and provides a good angle when you take photos on Kamen Rider Fourze. Bandai is gracious enough to give us a Tamashii Stand with a stage stating the N&S side of Kamen Rider Fourze. Of course, we have the name Kamen Rider Fourze MagnetStates to complete the look for the Tamashii stage. The reason for being of having this is to have the magnet plugged in so that it elevates and creates that moment when Kamen Rider Fourze MagnetStates first uses the magnet to defeat the Zodiarts. And we have here Kamen Rider Fourze MagnetStates, and let me just go through what he has. Most of the parts are in ball joints and hinges, so we can still move that around, but the I think because this figure is new, there are really tight joints, and I'm really iffy about moving them too much, or else I might break it accidentally. And the shoulder pads are soft, but you can't move that, so it's really difficult for you to raise those hands up in the air. The problem still retains in the switches plugged in on the Fourze driver. With a bit of push, you can really take those off easily, and sometimes it falls down on its own. So be careful about that. And the turrets here, as mentioned earlier, they do move up and down, and they are sitting on a ball joint too, so you can swivel those in certain directions or certain angles. I thought at first you cannot move the head because in the series he doesn't really turn his head from side to side. You can with MagnetStates, but the reason being is that it sits on a hinge engineering for the neck. You can still see the neck, but you can lift the whole helmet on off, and you can still get this one off and see what's inside. The hands are changed into two magnets, and then they are painted in silver and very shining, shimmering silver. And at the back you can see most of the thrusters here, or what I think it would be thrusters, and some of the detailing here. And at the back, if you can just check it, he really looks like a shuttle now, a space shuttle, rather than a Kamen Rider. Aside from that, we have waist articulation too, so that's no issue whatsoever when you try to pose them in different ways. Really do like the paint scheme, but at the same time I do hate, somewhat dislike it, because in my experience, most of the silver paint applications, that just like here, or most of the metallic looking paint applications, has a tendency to scratch off. Like for example on the legs here, when I was filming the rest of the videos to combine to this review, you can see here there's a chip here, and then there's a scratch here on the upper part of the waist joint, so it does scratch a lot. Just be careful when you take out the plastic from the waist. There's one placed on the waist, and then if you take that one out, on my first try I really don't know where to hold the figure, because one, the antennas are on very thin plastic, so if you're not careful, you might break it. I've seen it once in one review. He accidentally broke these, so he has to buy it again to finish the whole review. What I did is to hold this area here on the chest and at the back. That's the safest part, and try to wiggle it slowly but surely, just to take off the plastic. If you're very impatient, you can just rip off that plastic guard there, and you're ready to go. It's just that I do have those, or keep those, because when I put the figure back on its box and then place it in storage, I do live in a tropical country, so there's a high possibility that the paint applications would stick on the figure, and it would chip off in the long run. And this is my favorite form so far. I don't mind that the head doesn't move that much, because honestly it doesn't do anything anyway on the series. The paint applications is to die for. The upper mold, except for the feet design here, I'm already used to it. I really dig the whole look and how it was made. Just be careful on the silver, shining, glossy, metallic silver paint applications, because it does have the tendency to flake if you're not careful in playing with MagnetStates. And again, as always, if you want to know the possibilities for this figure, do check out the photos at the end of the video, and do subscribe to my blogspot for the full written review. This is Firestarter. Thank you very much for watching, and see you on my next review.